COVID-19 has affected the normal routine of how the Air Force conducts basic training. This video is going to answer the 8 most popular questions of how COVID-19 has impacted Air Force basic training coming up next. The number 1 question: how can I watch my loved one graduate basic military training? Basic training will be live streamed on the United States Air Force Basic Military Training Facebook page, and it will also be archived for later viewing on the 37 Training Wing YouTube channel. I've also put the links to these pages in the description box down below if you needed to know where to find those. Question number 2. Is leadership going to allow trainees to call home and give status updates to their families, and if so, how often? Yes, effective March 23rd, all trainees, regardless of their week of training, will be able to call home weekly to update their families, their statuses. But keep in mind, due to time constraints, sometimes this may vary from trainee to trainee. Question number 3. What is being done to keep trainees and those around them safe? Alright, so new trainees coming into the pipeline are restricted from movement for the first 14 days. So basic training is screening all new recruits upon arrival for any symptoms, and they will continue to monitor these recruits through the entire basic training process. The trainee schedules have been adjusted a bit to reduce interactions with other flights, and they've also increased the cleaning measures to make sure they're not spreading germs. The image on the screen right now are the latest statistics for COVID-19 in the Air Force. I'm gonna leave this up on the screen for a bit. I know you guys wanna see it. All right, question number 4. Since basic training now has the 14-day restriction of movement, does this mean that basic training is now 10.5 weeks? No, basic training is not extended for the trainees. They will continue to graduate at the 8.5 week mark. Basic training leadership has come up with creative ways to help accomplish the curriculum to make sure these airmen graduate on time. Question number 5. Will the Air National Guard and the Air Force Reserves be able to go home after basic training? Yes, the Air Force will still adhere to the established policies of the Air National Guard and the Air Force Reserve. So if you're supposed to go home after basic training, you're just going to continue as normal. Question number 6. Is there a second location for basic training, and if so, why? Yes. Air Force officials have announced on June 2nd that they will continue using Keesler Air Force Base, Mississippi as a second location for Air Force basic training. Basic training at Keesler is only for a select group. Right now, they're only letting people who have a tech school at Keesler go to basic training at Keesler. They figured that once the airmen graduate, they can just walk across the street to tech school instead of using transportation, which will ultimately decrease the chances of getting COVID-19. Question number 7. How will all other graduates get to their tech school? Right now, basic training is coordinating with all technical school locations, and they're using a variety of transportation means. Last question, question number 8. Why is basic training now being held on Thursdays? During this pandemic, they're allowing airmen to graduate on Thursday so they can prepare for their transit on Friday. This also gives them a little bit more time to clean up the dormitories to ensure that the next group after them comes into a clean facility. Thank you for making it this far. If you found value in this video, or if you would like to stay up with my latest content, make sure you hit that subscribe button so we can keep it moving. Like I always say, stay beautiful and stay classy. Until next time, check me out.